time. As you can tell by the little clip there, it's back. I spent all last weekend pulling the transmission, putting the transmission in, and well, swapping the diff in between. And it turns out it was the diff all along. So long story short, all my transmission problems, the LSD actually fell apart and was letting hunks go into the transmission. That's what broke the case. That's what broke the ring gear. That's what broke everything, was the big hunks of spider gear falling out of the LSD and working its way through the transmission. So put the in-factory LSD in, and so far so good. I've been driving probably about 4 hours worth on it, probably, I don't know, a couple hundred miles. Everything's going very well. It's back to normal. I have no complaints whatsoever. So I know I took a little bit of time off. I know you guys don't really care. So I took a little bit of time off. Usually in the winter time, around Christmas time, I try to take a little more time away from YouTube and focus a little bit more on family. It's just December is kind of a hard month for my family. Last year, a lot of you guys know, I lost my brother beginning of December, so it's kind of a time for reflection, and I try to sit back and think about the good times and just think about you know, how lucky I am to have this life, and I keep on pushing on every day for him. That's just kind of a thing I've been trying to really focus on and really live for him and try to make him proud every day. So that's something I want to say to everybody is, if you have loved ones right now, make sure you talk to them during the holidays. Make sure you're good terms with them. If you have any grievances, go ahead and air them out, get them out of the way, because you never know when tomorrow might be their last day. Yeah, enough for that little rant. So today, I hadn't made a video in a while, so I decided to pick up the camera and do a little bit of vlogging. I'm going to actually take the Fiesta to Dad's and go ahead and give it oil change, sprucing everything up, flush the transmission one more time. Actually, I'm going to flush it one more time after this, because next weekend I may go to Austin and I may go race. It just depends on how this weekend goes, how I feel about the car itself. So far, confidence level is very high, and zero issues, zero hiccups. There is some tuning issues that me and Randy are working with. So on that note, I do want to talk about my sponsor, Randy. He has a new company. He actually, if you know Mountain Tune, and they used to do tunes for Fiestas, Focuses, all that good stuff. He branched off to his own thing, and he's doing his own company now. It's called TuneWorks, and I'll put a link down below to all his social medias. He's trying to grow his Instagram, so if you don't mind, just run over there right quick, give him a like. You know, he's really trying to get this thing off the ground. He was the expert tuner for Mountain Tune. Now he's doing his own tunes, and he's amazing. He does all the rally cars that I know that are in Fiestas. He does tons of people. Super smart when it comes to tuning. I've been trying to work with another tuner on this issue of boost surge that I've had, and the other tuner was like, I don't know, he kept sending me new maps and try this. I had this same thing, so I sent Randy one map because I was going to do some data logging for him, and he immediately knew it's the actuator on the wastegate. He's like, yeah, that's some weird readings. See, that should be, he's like, you need to go check your wastegate, make sure everything's copacetic on it, make sure there's no melted wires, nothing going weird, because you're getting some weird readings from your wastegate actuator. That's big brain stuff right there. Randy knows his stuff very, very, very well. So another thing I'm going to look at today is my wastegate actuator and make sure that it's all good to go. And I'll get Randy a new data log, and we can start getting this thing dialed in for rallycross. So I miss racing. I hate that the LSD took a whole year worth of my racing. After February happened and I put the transmission back in and the diff was completely destroyed, I just kind of gave up. I kind of ran myself financially out of money for the Fiesta, ran myself out of patience, and emotionally I was just fed up with having to deal with the transmission. After ODD had their problem with the CAZ LSD in one of their rally cars, I knew exactly what the culprit was, and I'm so relieved to find out that's what it was. That wasn't my fault. It wasn't the way I was doing it, because I was legitimately questioning myself on, like, do I know what I'm doing? Why am I not doing this right? I was doing it right all along, and it frustrates me to no end to know that I lost a whole year worth of racing to that. But that's behind us now. It's time to focus on the next season. And so Austin Rally Project down in Austin, Texas, they have a 2-day event coming up next weekend, and they do kind of like a testing day, kind of like test runs and stuff like that. So feels like a good idea to go down there, kind of stretch the legs on the Fiesta, kind of feel it out, get a little seat time this year, because I've been sorely lacking, as you can imagine. That kills me. But anyway, today, more Fiesta stuff, enough rant. On the road, and to Dad's. They'll make stickers better than they make diffs. For those who didn't see my Instagram post, this is the crunchy boys that came out of there. You see that spider gear is completely stripped. Like, that's all what was floating around inside the transmission and what ended up destroying it. And it all came from right down the middle of Main Street here, where this is all broken apart inside. So yeah, you can even see the teeth are broken off that. Yeah, that was bad. You see all the clutch plates inside the diff. Yeah, 2 years going strong for that skid plate. Made that coroplast, as you can see, garage sale. I never really got a chance to show you guys it from this angle, but it's kind of funny. You can see it here. I know not everybody has access to a lift, but if you do, dude, this makes everything so much easier for oil changes and all this other crap. One thing I want to work on this year is this kind of stuff. Keep this from happening, all this dirt accumulation, because I mean, it's, you can tell I just got hunks and crap everywhere, especially in the skid or the side skirts. So that's going to be one thing I want to focus on, trying to get all that stuff protected so it doesn't cake up, because you can see it's just ripped these right out of the body. It's all caked up and stuff. But yeah, stuff like this too, where it's all plugged up. I need to get that cleaned out and do some aluminum tape where those holes like the rally car is going to do. Also, I need to check on that actuator in there, make sure everything's good to go. But for now, I'm going to crack this thing open and start my oil change. One thing that constantly happens to me, besides overshooting my funnel, is, you know, the oil change goes great and everything, but I always forget the bag of crap inside here. So my filter, all my oil stuff is actually inside the car, so I got to lower it back down and back up. You know, first world problems like that. This is one thing I'm going to do as well. So the FL400S is actually a little bit bigger filter for the Fiesta. And actually, I saw an article online that did some part reference numbers, and this Wix, I forget what the part number is, the 51516 XP, with the extra performance is the XP, but it has just a little bit more, well, actually quite a bit more oil capacity, which more oil capacity for race cars is good. Extra filtering, a little bit more oil, good stuff. So it's this is one size bigger than the Fiesta one anyway. And it's even bigger than that one. And it fits. I just test fit it. So let's go ahead and slap it in there. As Money Rudnick would say, fits like a glove. So we're all good. Also, that dirt dauber nest appeared on my oil cooler. I let it sit there for, you know, half a year. And on that note, so I started thinking about that. You know, since February, this car has not been on the road. I haven't driven it. Haven't done anything except for let it sit. And it occurred to me that in February, I hit 2,000 subscribers. So now I'm at 3,200 subscribers. There's 1,200 people who have never seen a video probably on the Fiesta, well, a new video on the Fiesta. So, hey, welcome back to the channel there, Fiesta. And I hope to bring some wonderful content for it, because it's going to do, we're going to go back hard on it. I'm not going to let it have any time off. It's made to romp on, and it will be romped accordingly. So I drained the transmission, and I went ahead and put this paint filter in there, just to kind of filter it out while I'm kind of doing the flush. And there's only one or two little crunchy boys in there, which is pretty small. I would say maybe small, about half the size of a pinhead. So that's good. There's definitely some shiny, flaky stuff in there just from some of the diff stuff coming out, but for the most part, that's a good result. I'm happy with that. Lucas goes into the transmission, makes it happy. Sorry, Mitch. I know that looks like a disaster right now. I gotta go back and fix that. I'm gonna run one more round of Lucas through. Then I'm gonna switch over to Torco, which is what M Factory recommends. So this one more flush, and then probably wins there, so I'll flush it out if I decide to go race. If not, I'll still flush it out anyway. I just gotta order the Torco. To get it from Summit. I don't know where else to get it. Nowhere locally for sure. Damon Motorsports. They did a test run of these motor mounts for the passenger side, and yeah, I'm going to do the rally shakedown of it and make sure everything's all good to go. I love the way it looks. It feels really, really good too. Like shifts are good. Don't feel the rocking. I don't feel anything loose. It's really well known that the Fiesta stock mounts are pretty junk anyway. So having this really good sturdy one in here fills me with a lot of confidence. They are also working toward the transmission mount, which is hidden under there, which I desperately need a new one as well. I just replaced it with another OEM one, but I want to upgrade one. That way it's more beefy. I can trust a little bit more, and I don't have to worry about it too much at racing conditions. But they'll have that one done. I think they said he'll have the prototype maybe in beta test probably by spring. He said at the earliest. So I'm on them about that because I really want that one. They also have a rear motor mount that I'm going to get eventually too. And they have a catch can for the Fiesta, which another thing I sorely need for this build. So I've been talking to those guys. They may be on board to partner up with me in the future, but go check them out. Go look at their stuff. If you need a motor mount for your Fiesta, go check them out because this is a hell of a deal. And it's a great product, and you look just how great it looks. I appreciate the engineering behind it. Good stuff. I was walking by and I saw this. Here, I can drive this thing a little bit here. Probably won't do it today, but I do have some plans to clean her up some more and do some more things to it. I got a few things in for it to add to the restoration project, but besides that, she's doing fine. Got her all buttoned up, closed up. Tires are doing great. Brand new tires on there. I got new corner lights thanks to Papa Jerry. Man, I love this thing. I love having the next spare wagon there. It's mine. It's not being parted out. It's in good condition, and it'll always be mine. Well, I looked over everything I could, and all the wires seem good. The only thing that could be a culprit is possibly this. Maybe this might be the actuator. Maybe it's just bad, or maybe it's gone bad. I don't know. I did have a problem back 2 years ago when I raced, and the mount tune rear motor mount gave out on me, and the whole motor rocked back. And a lot of this stuff was rubbed on. A lot of this stuff was pushed back. You should see, I can't really see on this, but this is actually so far back I was rubbing on the axle boot there, like the whole motor was shifted back. So I'm kind of concerned if maybe one of those wires got damaged. From what I can see, everything looks fine. All the wires are good. So, I don't know. Nothing up here that I could see. I'll keep digging around though up top and see what I can find. Taken care of. Fiesta's got a clean bill of health. I can't complain. Nice fresh oil change, new transmission fluid, reflushed again. One more flush and then I'm going to call that good. I was pretty happy with the results I got after the filter test. So besides that, she's ready to make some stink. So thank you for the new sponsorship, TuneWorks, Randy. Can't wait to see what the future's going to be like. I've seen your stuff on stage, and I've talked to you many times. look super forward to the future with racing this thing. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna call it for that. No more month hiatus. I'm back. I just needed that little bit of breather, like I said. So I will catch you guys next time. Peace.